So this first we discuss the first we go directly instead of Excel. Here we first cover what the Microsoft Office. This is a one software tool suite. It is a software tool suite. Includes includes many applications. Here the applications list, one is the Word like this, another is the Excel, some famous softwares you are using it, one more is the PowerPoint, and like this one more is the Outlook, and actually there is one more called Access. So they are different softwares. The Microsoft Word software used for the documentation. You can create there the different documents, you can print the documents. Next is the Excel. Excel is a software you can make some calculations, you can keep the data. This is a data keeping software. Here you can make reports easily. Next is the PowerPoint software, which is a slideshow software. You can make here presentations. Microsoft in the year of 97, they developed one tool suite and they include their different types of applications. So here is the list of different applications. Word is a document software, Excel is a spreadsheet software, PowerPoint is a presentation software. Like this, Outlook is a calendar software. You can use the Outlook to manage your appointments, you can manage the meetings, you can manage the tasks, even you can manage some events. So that is the Outlook. And the Access is the one software. This is a database software. This is a database software, large number of records, some relational tables you can manage using Microsoft Access. This Microsoft Office comes in different versions. The old version, very old versions, they are 2007. Maybe in your system some people you use that 2007 version. After that came is the 2010, then came is the 2013, and the recent version, the new version, the actually recent version I'll tell is the 2016. And after that the new version is now 2019. Microsoft Office, you can get a copy of Microsoft for your system in two types. One is you can use the desktop edition, or you can use online as well. Okay, so what is the desktop edition? Desktop edition is download and install to use lifetime. Download and install to use lifetime without internet. So that is offline version of Microsoft Office is the desktop version. Next is the online edition. So that online edition, it is also called as Office 365. This is also called as Office 365, and this is paid version. Even the desktop edition is also paid, but for a month we can use a trial. So here is the thing, what is Microsoft Office? If you go for this website office.microsoft.com, so from there you can your open account, and online also you can use Microsoft Excel. Some people you don't have the installation of Microsoft Office, then you can here go and open your new account. Clicking this button you can open your new account, and here also online directly you can use Microsoft Excel. So this is 1 month free trial, but still we can practically use Microsoft Excel online. Okay, and then the next version is the desktop edition. If you want the newest version of Microsoft Excel, so don't worry, at the end of session I send you a link, so only clicking a link you can download and install the version 2016. We'll talk about 2019 after some sessions. So this is what the specific introduction to Microsoft Office. Now specially here we discuss about Excel now. What is Excel and what things we are going to learn today. So in 5 minutes only I introduced to Microsoft Office. Some people if you joined late, so here is the specific introduction, and at the last I'll again revise these some few points. Here is the Excel thing. This Excel is a spreadsheet software. Excel is spreadsheet software, also called electronic spreadsheet software. Electronic spreadsheet software. Now how to use this software? So just you install, and you can see here I'm searching for Excel software and I'm clicking on it. So Excel interface is really easy. This backstage view first show you some here options. These are the templates. Here you can see some recently used files, and if you are working with many files, you can keep up pinned files. You can click this button, so every day you need not to search the file. Okay, so this is how I can pin my document here. So the next time if I open Excel again, so that file I can see at the top of recently used files. Here it is. I'm clicking on this blank workbook. So this is the blank workbook, and this area we can create a table. So as this first session, I'm going to discuss how to create table. After that, I show you some different tools to manage table records. Sometime happens is means we spend much time on the formatting, much time on the calculations. So how we can minimize that? Instead, very easily how we can do it. So that is we'll discuss today how to create table and some different tools to manage the table records. Even we see today that some basic basic shortcuts help you, basic shortcuts which help you to operate Excel file more easily. So here we see how to create table first. When you open Excel, you can see this interface. So let me know how many of you used Excel earlier. So if you are a very beginner, so in the comment box you type beginner, and if you used already, then you can type we used already. Okay, I just keep continue the session, but reading the comments I can go with basics and some advanced tools as well. So here is the Excel sheet, and this Excel sheet you can see the first line it shows some tab names, and the next is some commands, and the next here is the address, and this is called the cell formula box. So why we are using Excel is very simply in one word I can say calculations to make reports. And if we given some amount of data, then we want to get some results. Let's say here is the given patient's records, some drug records, and some stock records, medicinal stock records. We want to map these three tables, and finally I want a last report that how much quantity of the medicines available in the medical, which prescription I can give, and maybe the particular analysis I want to do on the patient records, how many times the patient visited my clinic or my specifically lab, what was the last report, and just entering a one unique code of that patient, I want to see all the things. So that is what we are going to make some calculations. So here we start. I create a one small table. Let's say this is a very specific, the basic table here. I use serial number, then I type a full name, then I type here what? A course name, sorry, its location, and that's it. When we type anything in Excel, then this part is called column, and many rows are there. So maybe the excitement is how many rows are in Excel and how many columns. So specific, the column names they labeled from A, B, C, D, E up to not Z. After Z also, it begins again with the double A. So maybe you're thinking of the AZ, but actually AZ ends and BA starts. So maybe you are now searching for the ZZ, but after ZZ again it begins with the triple A. So many columns are given in Excel. You can work on a very tremendous amount of record in Excel file. So this Excel is a very big software, and a large amount of data we can operate using a single file. Up to 5 GB of records I can manage in Excel. You can see after the double Z, it prints here the triple A. So the last column is XFD. In Excel, the number of columns are total 16,384. In Excel, there are many rows and many columns. Excel defaultly provide Excel defaultly provide a single worksheet. A single worksheet. Worksheet means is the table, and this worksheet contains number of columns. They are labeled from A to XFD. A to XFD. They are total 16,384. That many number of columns. There are many rows. In Excel, you can see there are many rows. If you see, I'm scrolling, still I'm scrolling. There are total 10,48,576 rows. So this is how the Excel table is here, and we are going to work on that. In Excel, we provided the total number of rows. They are 10,48,576. These many number of rows. So we are just going to type some few amount of records. So here is the serial number, full name, and the location. I just increase the column width like this. You can see how I am doing it. In between the C and D, I keep my cursor here, and like this I can just drag and drop, so it increase or decrease the column width. So check my voice. If you are not getting my voice, in the comment box you can type. Maybe the voice like if you are facing, then we can troubleshoot it. Okay, so the serial number, full name, and the location is here, and here is the serial number. I type 101. I want to here type the serial numbers up to 1110. Sorry, 110. So up to 110, I want to serialize the all full names. So no need to type everything. I first type 101, second record I type 102, and I press enter. After that, my cursor is in the between of the cell like this, and I click and drag. I release the mouse after selecting two cells. This dot you all can see, I'm clicking on that and just I drag like this. So up to 110 you can see all the serial numbers I can see. I delete that all. Again I show you. Now I want from 201 to 220. 201, 202. I select the both cells, and that dot I click and drag up to 210. That's it. This feature is called as autofill feature in Excel. I keep some basic points here as well. A basic note is the autofill is a one feature in Excel. Autofill is a Excel feature which fills a sequence of numbers, month names, or weekdays. Okay, so this is autofill. The next point is how to here add some records. So I just type some names. Let's say here is the Nitin. I just type anything, the name. Let's say the next is the Tushar. Someone is the Omkar. Next is the Tejas. I just going to type some dummy records. Okay, so we can work on it, and we can here study about that how to work on the flash fill. So I am adding some specific records. Just give me a minute. And it's done. Okay, so this is the full name. Here I want to type location, so I type location. Yeah, so I repeat one thing, that how to print these serial numbers. One question from you. I delete that all the numbers. See, I type here one number. After that I type a second number, and then I select the both numbers like this. My cursor is here in the first cell, and after selection I release my mouse. Okay, after that you can see the dot here. That dot you have to click, exactly on the dot you have to click and just drag like this, and it prints all the numbers. If you want to print the month names, you can type January and then here you click, and that dot, exactly on the dot you can click and drag. You can see Excel generates the sequence of month names. Some people, you also tried that after 11 13, I'm not doing there the 12, I select 11 13, I click that dot and I drag like this, and you can see it generates the sequence of the odd numbers. So easy to use. Okay, now here is the location. I type some location. Let's say here is a Bangalore, and one another feature of Excel is when you type the same thing. Let's say here is the Hyderabad, then next is the Belgium, and then next is again the Bangalore. As I type the BA, Excel suggests me you want to continue with the Bangalore, and just you press enter and it's the job done. As I type H, Excel suggests me, are you want to type the Hyderabad? So I can continue with that. If you want something different, you can type, but when we hear typing something, the Excel is smart enough to suggest you want to do this. So you just press enter and you can continue. I type some name of the cities. So here some dummy records again, and then we here see how to use one very best concept of Excel, that is called flash fill. How it works, I'll show you. The last city is the Chennai, and the next here is I want to apply some specific the table border effects to this table. So I'm going to select this whole table. See how I select this. My cursor I keep in the first cell, and clicking that I can drag like this. Okay, I not release the mouse yet, and at the last I release my mouse. So this is how you can here select the table. The next is I'm going to click on this option called borders. So some people just joined, so I want to ask you that if you are a beginner, in the comment you can type, in the chat box you can type as a you are a beginner, and if you know something about Excel you can type that feature name. Okay, so here I'm clicking on the borders, and now I'm here clicking on all borders. Now you can see the borders enabled. The next thing is, whenever in Excel you type numbers, okay, in Excel in Excel when you type numbers or dates, default alignment default alignment Excel shows at right, and and if you type any text, then then Excel shows at left side. You can see here I type the numbers, Excel shows me the right side. Here I type the text, Excel shows me the to the left side. I'm also going to type the date. I right click here and I'm clicking on insert. So wherever you click on any column, you right click, and when you click insert, then Excel inserts column every time to the left side. So if I'm clicking this C column and then I right click, and then here I'm clicking on insert, and you can see it shows me the new column exactly before the full name. I want to add a new row before 303. So I click that row number first. After that I'm right click and then I'm clicking on insert. But how to do this fast? Because in very less time I want to create here a new column. So every time if you are doing like clicking the column, then right click, then insert, so it wastes some time. I'll here tell you one shortcut. You can easily create a new column or new row. See what I'm doing is, my cursor is in the cell, the D column, where when I navigate, you can see that cell address here, D4. How to read any cell? The column is F and the row is 6. So if you want to read cell address in Excel, then easily you can read. And what is cell address? So cell address is the name of that cell. Okay, it is name of cell. How to read cell? How to read cell address? to read cell address, you first read column name and then you read row number. Now like this is the F4, this is the C6, this is the C15. Like this you can read the same. My cursor is in the D column and from my keyboard I press Ctrl plus. So as I press Ctrl plus, Excel here pop-ups 4 options. What you want to do? You want to insert entire row or you want to insert an entire column. And on the keyboard, using the navigation keys, up and down keys, you can decide what to do. I want to insert a new column. So I select the last one and I press enter. And you can see it inserts a new column. How easy it is. So to insert a new column, the shortcut you use here is to insert a new column. The shortcut you use here is insert new row or column. Insert a new row or column. Press Ctrl plus plus. Okay, press Ctrl plus plus. Then the next is how to delete row or column. Row or column. The same thing you do is Control plus. Here you select the option minus. Here you select the option minus. Now I am trying here practically. My cursor is in the column C. I am pressing Control plus and then you can see some options here came. Using the arrow keys I can navigate to the entire column. As I press enter, it inserts the new column. I want new row before 307. So I keep my cursor in 307. Then I press Ctrl plus and then here it is, I am getting the option entire row. You can see a new row inserted. If you are working on computer, the laptop, then the shortcut is Ctrl Shift plus. Okay, so just remember, if mostly people you use the laptops, so you use the key Control then Shift and then plus. Here also Control then is the Shift key and then is the minus key. If you are using the desktop, then for the desktop computers there is a separate keyboard, and for that separate keyboard a numeric keypad is also separate, right? So on that numeric keypad you can see the symbols plus, you can see the symbol minus, so they are the separate keys. That's why on desktop I can press Control and plus, but on laptop I use the option Control Shift plus, Control Shift minus. One another question from you is that how to put the number in a sequence. So this I repeat again. See, I delete the records and here I type 101. After that I type 102. I select the both cells and the dot, you can see that exactly on the dot I am clicking, and just like this I drag and Excel fills that all the numbers. This column I not want, so I can, using a mouse I can right click, I hear the select option delete. So this is how I can add some few more records. Here I add another record. Let's say here I want to type Manish and then here I type a location. So this is my table. This is the very easy table. Okay, so along with me, if you like to practice, then you also can design the same table and you can type there 2-3 records. After that you can select the table, then you can see the option here, the borders, and you can apply some borders here. The next job is I select the only first row and then here is the one option called bold. I am clicking that button bold. So I can see that looks like headers, but sometime means mostly when we write any, when we create any table, we need to work lot on formatting, applying colors, changing the fonts, as well applying the borders. Instead I suggest you a very simple tool in Excel that is called as a format as a table. See, I select this table and then I'm clicking on the option copy. Okay, so if you know the shortcut for copy, in the chat box you can type the shortcut for copy as well for the paste. But using some options here, I'm copy the table and I'm clicking on the button called plus, and here I want to paste the same table. So in the sheet 2 I keep my cursor in the row number 2 and I'm clicking on the paste button. So this happens with you as well. When you copy paste something, so it not formats the table structure. You can see in sheet 1 the table looks good because of the extra column width, the extra row height, but in sheet 2 it not looks good. Okay, why it happens is when we copy and paste, then uh, the Excel automatically not formats the table structure. For that we need to use one another option in Excel, that is paste special. I here show you what is paste special. So for that I delete this. On keyboard I press the delete key, or here you can see one option called clear and I can click clear all. Now here I copy the table like this, and in the sheet 2 I keep my cursor, and instead of clicking on the paste option, below that there we given some more options, and I'm going to select this option, keep source column width, and that's it. You can see easily without manual formatting, Excel gives me the exact copy of the table like this, same to same. Okay, but after copy paste, if you wish to remove all the formattings, that is also possible. Here is the option clear formats. Click that option clear formats, so Excel removes all the formatting. That is easy to work. Now the next I am explaining you one very simple tool of the Excel, that is called flash fill. I want to separate first name here and I want to separate last name here. I keep some more column width for the first name and some more column width for the last name. So here I like to know from you that my speed with you, is it good, or I need to go slow, or I need to go exactly like this. So in the comment box you can type.
It's okay.
Yep, thanks.
It's okay, sir.
So here is the first name and the last name. I type here the first name. See the formula, if you are thinking, then the formula also correct to separate the first name and separate the last name. Okay, and then without formula how we can do, I'll tell you first. So without formula you just need to type the first name here, and the next is Tushar. So I just type the T, and now you can see here that Tushar. So yes Pamela, I go slow, little bit slow, and you can see it prints all the names. So how it came without any formula, I show you again. See, I keep my cursor in this cell and the job is to separate first name from the full name. So two options, one is we type formula and second option without formula. Of course, we all interested without formula first. So I type first name as it is, and to the next cell I type the first letter of Tushar, and Excel self suggests me that you want to proceed with like this. I just press enter and Excel gives me all the records. So this feature is called flash fill feature in Excel. I keep a note what is flash fill. So flash fill, it is Excel feature, it is Excel feature which suggests the row records matching patterns, that is called flash fill. Now here I want to separate last name. To separate last name, I type the last name. The next line I type the only first letter of Patil. It is P, and Excel is going to suggest me, is it you are looking for? Yes. I press enter and Excel prints all the records. Now our note for you is flash fill works only in the Excel version Excel version 2013, 2016 and 2019. If you are using any old version, then flash fill will not work. If you are using the version 2013 or 16 or 19, flash fill works. I show you again how it works. I here type Nitin as the first name, and the next cell I type only T, which is the first letter of second record. I press enter and Excel completes the job. To print last name, you type the last name completely first, and for the next record you just begin. Excel suggests you the list of last names. In the last session, actually in the last batch, one of attendee asked me that if I want to print here something like Mr. Upadhyay Nitin. So is the Excel going to continue with like this? Let me try. You can see I'm going to type Mr. space P, and of course Excel that also shows me that you print here the list of the all names. The initials I can print like this. So this feature is the Excel flash fill feature. One shortcut to Excel flash fill feature is Control E. Shortcut to use flash fill is Control E. I show you again. See here I want to type only first name, Here I want to type last name, and you can see I type Nitin, and the next cell I type Control E and Excel completes the first name. I here type the last name, and you can see I press Control E and Excel prints the last name. Okay, so if you understood, then in the comment box you can type understood, and some people if you want a repeat, I can show you some another examples. In the comment box you can chat with me. I keep this session just going on, and I also keeping some note points for you. So here you can see the sheet 1 I explained that what is autofill, and in the sheet 2 I actually explained what is flash fill. I also rename these the two different sheets. Here is the sheet 1. I double click and I type autofill example. I press enter. Then here is the sheet 2. I double click and I type it is flash fill example. So I press enter. I explain you autofill and flash fill in different example. See, this is I'm clicking on the plus icon. So you can see this is here the sheet 3, and in the sheet 3 I want a records of products. So I type product code, here I type product name, here I type price, here I type the quantities, and here is the total. Of course I am going to share you the recordings every day, so don't worry. This is the product code, product name, price, quantities, and the total. And see, I here want to print the product codes. Okay, I want to print here the product codes. So Basaraj, so this is I am going with the P001 and P002. So now I want to print total 10 product codes. I select these two cells and see the dot. I'm clicking on that and just I'm dragging like this. So Excel prints all the 10 IDs, unique IDs as a product code. Next here I want to type product name. So some product names I type. Let's say this is wireless mouse. This is the combo keyboard. Then next is the this is Asus motherboard. Next I type the Intel processor. Here I type the boat headphone. Next here I type that is uh, 2 volts SMPS, it's 200 volts SMPS. Then the next here I type the 4 GB of the RAM. Next I type 1 TB of the hard disk. The next I type here that the 5.1 speaker, and the last one I type that is let's say it's again a mouse, but this is something a mouse. Okay, so this is my product names. I type some price in the Indian currency rupees. So let's say this is 900, then I type 1000 rupees, then I type 3500, after that something 4500, then is the 1300, next is the 4000, it's 5600, and then it is 1800, and then is the mouse. Okay, so sometime typing the data in Excel we make the mistakes. Let's say this amount I want to only type 5000, but mistakenly I done 4000. How to retype the value? So what happens is we go to edit the value, so we press backspace, but when you press backspace, Excel erase everything. I only want to erase 4000. I only want to erase the value digit 4. Keeping the zeros, I only want to remove the value 4. For that, you press F2, and you can see after pressing F2, the cursor starts blinking. I show you again. I keep my cursor here, and the name of keyboard is combo keyboard, but I want to give the keyboard name as the HP keyboard. Something is the mistake in the name. I'm pressing F2. So after pressing F2, Excel starts blinking the cursor. So use of the navigation keys, I can come to the combo. I delete that and I type HP. I want to change the name of hard disk here. So this is saying the 1 TB hard disk, but I want to type there it's a 1 TB SSD hard disk. So I press F2, I go for that here SSD dash hard disk like this. Now here is the product name, here is the price. I give some quantities. I told you when you type numbers in Excel, Excel defaultly shows to the right side. If you type any text, Excel defaultly shows you at the left side. Now here I want to print the total. Total 3 quantities for the mouse, 4 quantities for the keyboard, 2 quantities for the motherboard, and you can see some quantities given. Now here I want to print the total amount. How to print the total? In Excel, you can make calculations easily. So the Excel syntax to write formula is Excel syntax to write formula is, here I keep how to write formulas in Excel. So that is begin with equal to symbol and equal to symbol and type formula. So here I keep a one example. Let's say this is equal to E4 multiplication F4. So this is the formula, or I can type is equal to in the bracket E4 multiplication F4 divided by 100, something like this, or multiplication of 7 divided by 100. So this is again one formula. This is how in Excel you can type formula. I here show you how to calculate total. I type is equal to, I type 900, then I write the multiplication symbol, I type 3 and I'm pressing enter. Excel prints the value 2700. So I also want to calculate the amount for 1000 into 4. I'm pressing equal to, I type 1000, then I type the multiplication and then I type the 4. I press enter, Excel prints 1000 into 4, the value 4000. But see all people's here that the records are actually 10. Imagine they are total 1000 records. So is this a good idea to type every time? Of course not. I want something that I type a one formula and it will evaluate for all the records. How to do that? So I delete this and here I keep my cursor. I press is equal to. The next is I type the sale address for 900. So I want to ask you all that what is the sale address of 900? So if you know what is sale address, in the chat box you type the sale address, but if you don't know, then you can type repeat, please repeat, so I can here explain you how to read sale address. I'm here want to calculate the price into quantity. So please let me know here that the sale address of 900. So I can type the formula. See, here I am explaining that what is sale address first. So sale address is basically, it is just a name of sale. And how to read sale address? You first read the column name and then you read the row number. So 900 is the value and what is the column name? E. And what is the row number? It is 3. So if I ask you sale address for 3500, so what is the column name? It is E. And what is the row number? It is 5. So this is how easily you can read the sale address. So if I ask you that here you type a formula for 900 multiplication with 3. So this is I type is equal to the sale address for 900 is E3 multiplication, then I type sale address for quantity is 3 F3, and magically Excel also shows you the color sense. The color sense is really important because you can see the formula and you also can understand easily. This is the Excel feature that Excel highlights the sale address with different colors. So what is E3? What is F3? E3 is the 900 and F3 is the value 3. I am here going to press enter and Excel shows me the answer 2700. Next is the sale address for 1000 and the sale address for 4. I hope you all enjoying my session and as well I am going good. So if you still facing some audio issues, in the comment box you can type, I'll make something. Here I am going to print the total amount for 1000 into 4. So for that I here press is equal to and then the sale address for 1000 is E4 multiplication with the sale address for quantity is 4, it is F4. I press enter and you can see it prints the value 4000. But still some people waiting for what? That in only one formula how to print the total amount for all the products. So here I am going to explain you that. I delete this. I type the formula for the only first product is equal to, I just click on that cell and see Excel gives me the sale address. Multiplication, I am clicking on the another cell, Excel gives me the sale address. I press enter and after the calculation you can see the dot. That dot I just double click. Okay, I repeat, I just double click this dot and Excel gives me all the answers. That's it. Only in a one shot you're getting all the total amounts. And if you double click you can see the sale address is a dynamic. Here if I double click it is also a dynamic sale address. So this is how Excel calculates the total amount. Okay, so one small challenge to you is that if I ask you some discount I want to add on this product, so how you do that? Let's say here I want the 2% discount. Oh, so where is the percent symbol? So for that I'll show you. You first select all the cells and you can see here the symbol percentage. You click that button. Now anything if you type, Excel is going to show you that is a percent. So this is how you here can type the percentage. Now the next is here I want to print how much discount amount is. Here I want to print discount amount. So how many of you know that how to calculate discount amount? I want to see here how much is the discount. So you can see this is 2700 is the total amount for wireless mouse, but I want to print the discount amount here. Some people, I explain you how I added the percent symbol. I delete this. So first I have to select, then need to click on the button percent, and then I type some discount here like this. So that is really simple. I just need to go and click on the option percent here. So anyone, can you tell that how to calculate discount? Even you can unmute and you can talk with me, so easily I can type. Or one another option is in the chat box also you can type. Yes, here I wait some time. Yeah, so I continue the session, and here what I am discussing with you is the table is about the product data, and then here is that how to calculate the discount amount. But directly going to calculation of the discount amount, I here explain you these three columns. Okay, so the first here is to calculate the total, next column is to type the discount, and after that the discount amount. I erase all these things, and here you can see I calculate the total amount, and to calculate the total amount I press is equal to, the next is I select the price, I'm just clicking on it, then I press multiplication, I click on the cell quantities, press enter, so Excel gives me the answer 2700. The dot you can see, and on that dot I just double click, so I can see all the total for the particular all the products. You can see the formula double clicking it, you can see the formula like this, I just double click. Next is the discount. I want the percent symbol here. So for that, I select these all the cell address, and then I'm clicking on the percent symbol, this one. And now if I type anything, Excel shows me that value in the form of percentage like this. One of my student in the last batch tried is, he typed the value 6 and then he click on the button percentage. So you can see it prints something 600%. So when you type anything in a cell, and then if you apply a percent symbol, behind scene what happens is Excel is going to multiply sale value with 100. That's why Excel shows you that it is 300%. Let's say if you type here 0.06 and now if you click on the percent, that is correct. So that is how you have to first select the cells and click on the percent. Next is the discount amount. So I like to hear from you that how to calculate discount amount. So if anyone knows, you can unmute and talk with me. Otherwise, you can hear in the chat box also type the formula. Okay, I wait just a minute so you can here try to calculate the discount amount. So uh, here is that one confusion for the percentage again. So this is I'm going to delete the column. Let's say I right click and I delete, and you can see I here just add one new column to here show you how to type the percentage. So that's easy. You can see I select all the cells. Can you see this option percentage? So I'm clicking on it. So the value here, it is saying that it is a percentage. Now I just need to go and I just pressing the numbers. I'm not now pressing any extra symbols. I just press the 5, 6, 2. That's it. Now here I show you calculation of the discount amount. Discount amount. So it is the G3 into H3 and it's 100% correct. I type is equal to, then I select the G3, I press the multiplication and then I'm clicking on H3. Hope you understood about the percentage, and this is the formula to calculate the discount. Now I press enter key and see it is showing me actually 5400% because the sale property is percent. If I make this general, then it is showing me the value 54. Now I double click, you can see it shows me all the discount amount. So how much I'm getting the discount amount? For the mouse, I'm getting 54 rupees discount. For the HP keyboard, I'm getting the 120 rupees discount. So this is how I calculate the discount amount. One more interesting thing in Excel I'll show you. I select all the cells and I'm pressing Control 1. Okay. I select all the cells and I press Control 1. Excel here shows me the categories: general, number, currency, accounting, different categories. I select the category currency and from this list of symbols I select the symbol Indian rupees. It is here. You can see Indian rupees and I'm clicking OK. And now I can read. So nice. This is looks also good. So this is the rupees 54, rupees 120 like this. How to do this? You use a one shortcut. I keep a one here note, that is how to add percent symbol. First select cells, next is click option percentage. Okay, next is how to apply currency note. So for applying the currency note, select amount, press Control 1, and then select option, select category, currency, and then is the select currency symbol from the list. That's it. So this is how you can apply a currency symbol. I show you again. I select these all the cells. I press Ctrl 1, and in the option currency I select the symbol currency note for India. If you want the US dollar, you can see here the US dollar, Australia dollars, the Chinese dollar, that Canada dollar, they all the given here. For rupees, you can select, just scroll down and search for where is the Indian rupees, and you can select, and then you click OK. This is how you can here get the discount amount. Now this is the sheet 3, and this sheet 3 I name something here is writing first formula, writing first formula in Excel. So the note you keep in mind that to type formula you begin with equal to, and then only you can here the select cell address and you write a formula in Excel. Now here is the assignment for you. Actually, I'm going to send you 2-3 different tasks. So you enjoy that and you can learn the same things like me. Here is the one small assignment to you, that the employee code is given, joining date is also given, name is also given, some salary is given, and that employee earning some extra amount as the allowance. Okay, I just increase the column width like this. Here is the data, the DA, HRA, and here is the gross income. Here is the gross income. Now this employee code I type E001, E002 up to E005. So E001, E002, I select the both cells, and that dot I click and drag like this. After that, the joining date. Our note for you is, in Excel the default date format is month, day, year. The default date format is month, day, year. So the today's date, I want to type today's date. How to type today's date? You type 7, then you type 20, then you type 2020. So this is how you can type date in Excel. You are working on any version of Excel, the date format is always month, day, year. I want to type 19th February. So how I type? 2/19/2020. I here want to type 21st March. How to type 21st March? 3/21/2020. Okay, so like this you type dates in Excel. Now the next is, here I type the name of employee. Just we keep some name. Let's say here is a Peter, here is the Matthew, then here is next the John, and the next is the Smith. Now I want to here add some salary amount. Let's say it's 19,000. This is the 18,000. Here is the 25,000. Next is the 30,000, and then next is the 31,000. I also want to apply currency symbols. So for that I press the shortcut Ctrl 1, and from the currency I select the currency note Indian rupees. You have to scroll down and then you can click the Indian currency. You can see it look like this. The dates also I can change. I select the dates, I press Ctrl 1, and here is the date category. I given some formats of the date. So if you like this format you can select. If you like this format, that you can select. Mostly I use is the last one because easily I can read, and I'm clicking on OK. Now you see I can read like the 20 July, 19th February. So this is how I can read the date in Excel. The next is the DA and HRA, and the DA is of 7%. Some people I want to give the dearness allowance as a 7%, 5%, 1%, 2%. it is a percent. I select all the cells like this. The default is the general. I change this to percentage. So whatever I type here, it shows me the percentage, right? So this is how I can here add the percentage. Now the next is calculation of the gross amount. So this is the table for you that today you are going to calculate the gross amount for employee. I just add some color effects to that so it looks good like this. Even I select the first cells here and I'm clicking on merge and center. So here I type this is employee records. This is employee records. Now your task is calculate the gross income. Calculate the gross income. So here is we are going to calculate. Here we are going to make some calculations. Okay, but for calculations, what are the steps? So here I revise some points that if you are going to type any some notes for you. Okay, here I keep some notes for you. The first point is date format. Default date format in Excel is day, sorry, it's month then is the day, then is the year. Next is to change date format. To change date format, press shortcut control 1, press shortcut control 1, and then uh, select your favorite date format. One task for you here is a task is calculate gross income. Calculate gross income for all employees. That is your task today. Okay, you here today calculate the gross income. I make this red, so this is the task. Okay, so this session today is about what is Excel, what is Microsoft Office, and the next is the different applications, how Excel works, the basics, what is autofill, here some basic points, what is the flash fill, here is also I keep some basic points, how to write the formulas, and assignment for you.